Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's look is going to be a bridal inspired look. So it's very simple and easy to recreate. It's kind of natural, but the look still pops and it still looks like you're wearing something, but it's just very much toned down. Today's look is going to be a collab with my friend Anna Lee. We're both from New Zealand, we're both Kiwi girls, so please go show her some love and support. I'll leave a link to her look and her video down below. She created a beautiful look. So the bridal look I created is using a lot of bronze and brown shades. It's probably the look that I would actually wear if I were to get married. I'll probably wear less face makeup. Today I've done a full coverage face makeup, but on my actual wedding day I'll probably wear like very natural face makeup and let my freckles show through. So if you guys would like to learn how to recreate it, then carry on watching. So I'm starting off by using my concealer as a eye base, and I'm just going to blend that across the eyelid using my beauty blending sponge. And as always, I like to set my eye base with a matte skin tone eyeshadow. So I'll just be using this Inglot eyeshadow in the shade 330. Going in with my Becca Jaclyn Hill highlighting palette, I'll be using the middle shade to highlight the inner corner of my eyes and also under the brow bone. This highlight shade is called Champagne Pop. For my transition shade, I'll be using Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Frappe, which is a matte warm brown. The next eyeshadow I'll be using is by MAC. This one is called Arena. It's a really nice soft gold type of shade and has a nice sheen to it, so I'm just going to sweep that across the eyelid. Over the top I'll be using one of my favourite eyeshadows, and this is by Makeup Geek. It's one of her foiled eyeshadows and it's in the colour Grandstand. It looks much better in real life than it does in camera. The camera doesn't do it justice at all, but I'll totally recommend it to anybody. So I'll be using another Inglot eyeshadow. This is the shade 409, and I'm just going to blend that on the outer half of my eyelid, and I'm also going to slightly bring it into my outer crease, and make sure you go back in with your blending brush and just blend that out. Using my Inglot AMC gel liner in the shade 90 or 90, this is just a dark brown, and I'm going to be using this as my liner today. So I'm going to do a very thin line. This is just going to help my false lashes to blend in. So for lashes, these are what I'll be wearing. I recently purchased these from AliExpress. I'll leave a link to them down in the info bar below, but I'll be applying two of these, so I'm going to stack two pairs together just to have that extra volume. So now I'm going to get started on the face. For my primer, I'll be using this primer from Clinique, and I'm just going to blend that across my face using my fingers. I'm applying it pretty much all over the face as if I were to apply a moisturizer. To add radiance to my skin, I'll be using this Becca Shimmering Perfector liquid in the colour Opal, and I'm just going to blend that all across my cheeks as well as on my nose. I'm not applying any to my forehead because I usually get oily there and I don't want that to look super shiny throughout the day. So for foundation, I'll be using this sample size. This is the Inglot HD foundation. This foundation has a really nice medium to full. It's mostly full coverage and it contains no SPF, so it's going to look flawless and stunning in photos. So if you guys are looking for a full coverage foundation that has no SPF, the Inglot HD foundation is a really good option. And I'm just going to apply that across my face using a flat foundation brush, just a synthetic one, and then I'm going to buff everything in with my Kabuki brush. Now today I'm going to be using two concealers. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer because I really like the finish of it. It's really nice and has like a satin finish. And then I'm going to be using a tiny bit of the Tarte Creaseless Concealer just for some extra coverage. So you want to highlight in the usual areas, which is underneath the eyes and down the T-zone. So once I've done that, I just like to go in with my beauty blending sponge and blend everything together. I used to use my fingers to blend my concealer, but I find the sponge to be so much quicker and easier, and it just really presses the concealer into the skin so it looks very nice and flawless. So right after concealing, I like to go straight in and set it all in place. For this, I've been using the L'Oreal Mercier translucent setting powder, which I used to bake my face, and it's really nice. It does look light in camera, but once you dust it away, it looks really good, and once you add bronzer and everything, it all blends in. So I'm just going to set the places that I concealed. Now you guys probably noticed that I like to carve out underneath my cheekbone with the powder. I use this because it helps me to get a more defined and sculpted contour. Next, I'll be going in with this Sephora baked powder. I got a darker shade so I could use it as a bronzer. I used to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Give Me Sun as my bronzer, and it was my absolute favorite until they decided to discontinue it. So I find the Sephora one to be a really good dupe. It has a really nice baked, silky, fine type of finish, and it looks really, really nice as a bronzer, and it's also matte as well. So now that our powder has had enough time to set and bake, we can now start sweeping away all that excess powder. So for my contour, I'll be using Hoola by Benefit, and I'm just going to use this to further define my cheekbones. Now I'm going to be using this blush by Milani. It's called Luminoso. It's probably the only blush I would ever wear and ever like. It's a really nice, soft, peachy, radiant type of blush. It's really pretty, but it probably looks even better on someone who has a lighter complexion. So I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks. So before I highlight, I like to spray my face with MAC Fix Plus spray because this is going to make my highlight even stronger. So once I sprayed my face and it's still a little bit wet, I go straight in with my highlighting products. Today I'll be using this MAC pigment called Vanilla. If you guys haven't used it as a highlight before, you need to. It's the most amazing highlight shade ever. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the tip and the bridge of my nose, and I'm also going to dust it along the top of my cheekbones. Going back in it with the eyes, I'm going to be using Makeup Geeks eyeshadow in Frappe, which I'm going to blend along my bottom lash line, and then I'll be going back in with Makeup Geeks eyeshadow in the shade, what's it called? Grandstand. To open up my eyes, I'll be going in with this NYX One Pencil in Light and applying that inside my waterline. So to complete the eye look, we can now go in with some mascara. I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and I'm going to apply a few coats to my bottom lashes. For my lips, I'll be using my Inglot AMC Lip Liner Crayon. So it's like a lip liner and a lipstick, and it's in the shade 16. I'm obsessed with this shade, and it's also matte as well. So I'm just going to line and fill in my lips using that. And over the top, I'll be using this Inglot Freedom System lipstick. It's a really nice nude shade, and I'm just going to apply that over the top. I can't remember the name or the number off my heart, but I'll have it listed down below. So there we have my completed bridal makeup look. You could also class this as like a everyday type of makeup look as well. It's very simple and easy to recreate. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and of course if you did, please thumbs up the video. Now don't forget to check out Annalee's bridal makeup look, which is linked down in the description bar below. Definitely go and check out the look she created and give her a thumbs up as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys on my next tutorial. Bye guys.